to the other. Put your feet out behind you, bring them back in and shoot into the air. Remember, as an astronaut, you need to have determination to push through. Hello Key Stage 1 and welcome to PH Sports Home PE activities. So today we're going to be doing some health and fitness that will include some exercises including our tummies and our arms. Okay, so before we get started, you will need a stopwatch, a pen or pencil and some paper. Also, safety-wise, be careful of your surroundings. So make sure we have a nice big space that will ensure that you won't bump into anyone or anyone around you. Okay, so today we're off to the planet Mars. So make sure you get your space boots on. And we are going to have to make sure there's a big enough space that when we do our exercises, there is enough room that you won't hit anything and they're mostly going to be on the spot. Key Stage 1, we are now becoming space cadets and going to do some moon hops. So that means you are going to have to hop from one foot to the other, okay? Making sure we balance on that foot, making sure it's nice and flat on the floor so you're not wobbling around, okay? So we're going to do these for 30 seconds on the spot, okay? Off we go. Fantastic. The next Space Cadet exercise we are going to be doing is some rocket jumps. So we are going to create a pencil shape with our body, so our feet are together and our arms are above our head, and we are going to introduce a jump to it. So we're going to jump nice and high and nice and straight. See if you can touch the ceiling, okay? So really reach for the stars. Off you go. Okay, so the final exercise that I'm going to ask you to do for this warm-up is some alien arm swings. So we're going to have our arms out by our side and we can swish them from side to side, above our heads, forwards and backwards for 30 seconds. Off you go. Off into space now, and we are going to be using you as our astronauts. So remember, you need to be super strong and we are going to put that to the test. Okay, there's 6 exercises that we're going to ask you to do and they're going to last for 30 seconds each. Remember, at the end of each one, I'm going to ask you to write down your score so you remember it throughout and to take 1 minute break in between each one. So the first exercise I'm going to ask you to do is a Space Ranger press. That is also known as a press up. So you are going to get onto the floor and you're going to have your knees on the floor and you're going to cross your legs. You're going to have your arms shoulder width apart and you're going to have them out in front of you. I'm going to ask you to lower yourself down to the floor and also push yourself back up. We're going to be doing these for 30 seconds. So count how many you do and write them down at the very end. Off you go. the next exercise we're going to be doing is a Venus sit, also known as a V-sit. So we are going to sit on the floor and we are going to have our legs up in the air. We are going to have our arms pointing towards our feet and we're going to hold that for 30 seconds if you can. Remember, if you can't, give it your best shot and we'll see you after the 30 seconds. We are going to do is some boot taps. So they are known as toe taps. Remember, if you are struggling with any of these exercises, on page 2 is some pictures to show you the exercise. So what I'm going to ask you to do for 30 seconds is, can you get your fingers to touch your toes? Remember, when we are touching our toes, our legs are nice and straight the whole time, okay? So we're just going to keep doing those for 30 seconds. Off you go. Key stage 1, we are now going to go on to the 4th exercise. This is an earth core hold, also known as a plank. Okay, this is going to be using lots of our tummy muscles, so make sure you are keeping them nice and strong throughout. What I'm going to ask you to do is again go onto the floor and we are going to be leaning against our elbows. So we're going to have our elbows out in front of us and our hands together. We're also going to bring our feet out behind us and have them nice and straight. We are then going to have a nice straight back and hold that for 30 seconds. If you are struggling, can you do it on your arms? Off you go. is rocket launchers. So we are going to be, as our astronauts, shooting off into space. So you are going to be side on and you're going to go down, put your feet out behind you, bring them back in and shoot into the air. And again, down, out behind you and shooting into that air. 30 seconds, write down your score when you are finished. Key Stage 1, you are doing amazing. We are on our final of our 6 exercises, and that is a alien crab, also known as a crab. So what I'm going to ask you to do is, if you can sit on the floor and have your feet pointing forwards and your hands also pointing forwards. You're going to bring your tummy up into the air and have a nice straight tummy. You're going to hold that for 30 seconds if you can. If you can't, doesn't matter, just give it your best shot. Off you go. To our super level, which is our final level. What I'm going to ask you to do is to go back through the 6 exercises we've done before and see if you can beat them. If you can, that is amazing. Remember, as an astronaut, you need to have determination to push through. Off you go. I've got one more challenge for you to do. Can you hold an earth core hold for more than 50 seconds? Here's a reminder to what it looks like. So we're going to have our arms on the floor and our feet out behind us. We're going to have nice straight legs and a nice straight back. Can you hold that for more than 15 seconds? Off you go. Of today's video. I hope you enjoyed your astronaut training. Please join us next week where we're going to have another PH Sports PE home activity. Bye from me.